Hello, children. My phone won't let me do the flippy flu when I'm recording for some reason. Today was Memorial Day, Central America's Memorial Day, 2026. For some reason, we felt it appropriate to come up here to what we local natives call Party Rock. I just want to give you a quick tour. We'll try and go slow. So it's pretty simple climb. Most of us come up from this here direction. We say simple climb because there's multiple, a handful easily. So follow this route down here, and then right there you see that little crack. You go all down this little hill, and there's a little. Well, let me go down here. Let's take a second and show you. See what happens is we come down here, and what makes this simple and kind of fun for us is that there's levels. See the ground down there? You can actually walk on the ground 99% of the way down. Or for us little, as they say, ADHD people, we put our legs on a wall and climb down like little spider humans, spider monkeys, most people call them, but I don't want to associate myself with a monkey, usually. So, anywho, the reason we're doing this is because we're not sure about you guys. Regardless of the level of human you think you are. I'm of the opinion that from the top to the bottom, generally speaking, most of us can do better. Like, seriously, what a shameful state. So if you guys find or know anybody that fancies himself as intelligent, open-minded, competitive, a leader, caring, we are searching for ethical, integral, mature contenders. See, contrary to religious, let's specify, according to Central America's predominant mainstream religions, i.e., to simplify, Christianity, these are the, and it doesn't matter, it does matter, it's not particularly substantially, the importance is limited with the variety of which they come, because they call themselves Catholics, Christians, Messianic Jews, Jehovah's Witness, Mormons, that denomination, this denomination, no denomination, non-denomination, all that biblical F word, flesh-flinging folk explanation. To us, it's disgusting, okay? Putrid, vile, wretched, and an abundant hindrance to the species as a whole. And with covenant and mercy in mind, that's a CAM. It is 17 alphanumerically. C is 3, A is M, 1, excuse me. C is 3, A is 1, M is 13. 17. Also, with that, that is 177 alphanumeric total, I believe. And the other CAM, because it takes 2 to establish, is creator and maintainer. Okay? So, where are we going? Joseph Bunny Trail, you ADHD mother of... Nope, father of children. Some, indeed. Indeed. With mercy abundantly in mind. When we run across people, I don't know where the United States military is, but same in each and every one of you. Seriously. Any military member that deports this nation, these borders, whether it's Alaska, Hawaii, or the 48, you are not fighting for us. You're fighting for the people that are poisoning us. Period. Let me paint a picture for you military members. Here, the constitutional republic, let's consider that the gates of heaven, where the freedom of will used to be at the top of the list. Free will sentient beings. We are, as a species, designed to be socially competitive. It's a natural, true natural state. Back to the military members. You leave the gates of heaven to broaden the gates of hell. Stay here and help us defend ourselves. How in the mother of all nations has Joe Biden not been hung for treason, shutting down our potential energy independence? It doesn't make sense. Back to the mercy. If you find a man, woman, any full-grown person especially a public influencer, says anything about the skin pigmentation of another person in anything other than an edifying way needs to be, and this is merciful, put down. It is an idiocity, and I'm not allowed to speak, insult intelligence. You do not deserve to live if you are going to come or go anywhere on this, around this solar system, talking about another human being is lesser than the other person because they have a different skin pigmentation. Period. The character of the person will reveal the nature of the person. Simple. Pimple. My mama bear, she said, you ain't nothing but a pimple on the ass of society. Well, mama, I love you, my mama bear. Woo! Mary, by the way, for you biblical. That's very important. Mary, my mama bear, said, you're a pimple on the society, yeah, on the ass of this society. Okay, well, watch this pimple popping pussy clean up his life and challenge you for the betterment of yours. Should you care or dare to follow along, and I'm not asking you to subscribe and follow me unless you want to, guarantee you progressive results. I guarantee you progressive results. Can't speak very well, but you watch my foolishness. I am willing to suffer humility, as you can plainly see with all of my terrible videos. They're terrible. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I sound. I don't like myself, but it's a work in progress. We as a species are a work in progress for those of us that are working to progress. If you don't want to work to progress, that's fine. I'm not here to make you do that. But don't do yourself the disservice and letting yourself not care about those of us that do have a spiritual potential. If you're not interested in eternity or everlasting or what is beyond, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you. I'm not my job to convince you that it is or is not real. However clever, don't get in the way of those of us that are here to maintain the system. The system likes the way that it has been designed. Originally, not that religious dogma. We were going to call it religious, deceptive, dogmatic dung, but unfortunately for us, myself, I can't call it dogmatic dung because dung is divine understanding naturally guarding, or divine understanding naturally growing, and. See there? Give us some time. Let us show us. We can do better. The rich folks, these filthy rich people, it is our opinion that they have a mental condition. Something is an addiction. We'll simplify this. As an addict of 33, working on my 34th year, I understand what it is to want to do something. I have been self-destructive since I was 8 years old, 46 currently in the flesh. Rich people, you have more than you are properly utilizing. Those of you that are under the rich people, the ones that think they're calling the shots, help them help us. You're stealing money, period, from people that are, you are poisoning the people you do not think you are any longer required to care for. Your segregated lands you think are clean and pure and proper and maintained, which they are, I'm sure. However, what you're doing is being part of the same system. If you want it to be an aquarium, a body, a system, a globe, or plantation, whether it's a globe, a ball spinning in vast nothingness, or a firmament, in either case, the system is a body as a whole. And what you're doing is poisoning the system from which you live in. Unacceptable. The consequences that are awaiting you are not delivered to you, in theory. This is just a hypothesis, could be wrong. Again, 50-50 testimony, give every testimony 50-50 shot. We can't spiritually hold you accountable without negatively influencing the potential for the doubt of the spiritual potential. Do you understand? So for me to come here and corroborate and further attempt to establish the testimony of Jesus of Nazareth, or aka Christ, as most call him, the Christ, biblically speaking, properly speaking, the chief cornerstone of Christ. At any rate, it's not my job to convince you outside of your will to believe my beliefs. It is my job to take care of myself and my family and my nation. Honor my mother, the widow, who raised me, an anchor around her neck for 40 plus years. What a wretched fuck I've been my entire life. I did enough meth to kill small villages, as the man said. Like, terrible person. Look my information up on paper. I have my driving record before I hit 21 is longer than a lot of people's rap sheets that you people can't stand. Wretched, vile, putrid, get it, got it. Fixing it. And if you think Jesus of Nazareth come down here and suffer my consequences, you got me all the way. You have life outside of your ever-loving mind. See, biblically speaking, a parent that loves its child corrects its child because that child is valuable. So for you to tell me Jesus of Nazareth came down here from a great, caring, gracious, long-suffering, loving entity and says first of all, you say he sent John here to die for my sins. And the Creator's like, wait a minute. If I correct you, it's because I love you. If I correct him, think about it. To suffer the consequences for your decisions is advantageous for the proper progression of whatever it is you want to be or become. Note that. I hope this didn't take too long. We're going to time it and check it out. We're just practicing. Remember, Memorial Day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, regardless of your age, you're a child. I know. I'm 80 years old. Yeah, 80? 80? Bruh. Biblically speaking, if there's any truth to the scriptures, they used to live hundreds, almost thousands of years. So unless you got 300 plus, you're not even toddler status, cognitively speaking. Seriously. I mean, let's look at this shit realistically, objectively. We'll challenge you to a duel. Get you a scripture. We like the Bible. We call it a Bible on purpose. Get you 2 books to help us for progression, simplicity. I had 7 lined up with that one to corroborate and pursue and testify and contend, because we believe that there's a correct way to contend. Arithmetic of God, penned by Don Kistler. It's a yellow book with colors all over it. Don't recommend you buy it because the price is absurd. However, if you have the money, buy the book. It's fascinating, the testimony that he gives. The beautiful thing about it is, using his testimony, he shows you how he concludes the value meaning of a number through the scriptures. He uses the KJV. Most of you call that the King James Version, which is fine for you, terrible for the rest of us. We have a whole different way of showing you this book, which is, if you will dare to compare, we will show you an objective, appropriate contention, biblically speaking. To contend, ABCD, adversity, biblically, cognitively, directly. ABCFP, a breacher, creature, feature, presentation. Okay? Because just because I believe something to be true does not make that true, does not give that truth life. It's an opinion. Unless and or until I feed that, or we feed that, or we feed that. Think, people. You're worth it, likely. The potential value that you have, I don't believe that you have been adequately shown. Not because I think I'm special, but because we have been made special. I'm telling you, there is I'm allowed to call it a still small voice. I exemplify, or elaborate is the proper way to say that, the still small voice with that offers a choice. There are so many of us that are worthy of love that are not getting it. Some of us are worthy of love they're not getting because they're not behaving appropriately. It's hard to love a misbehaved child. A misbehaved child that's misbehaving because they haven't been properly instructed is one thing. But a child that is misbehaving because they're miserable and they want to hurt other people because they've been hurt is not acceptable. We know this. People that get hurt and share that pain do not deserve the opportunity to continue sharing that pain. Being, as Cat Williams says, on my 5th second chance, I understand we need to be patient with each other. I get that. However, when we have a so-called leader, any person in a position of public influence, getting on whatever podium or stage or camera, whatever, talking about black and white outside of the unity of the species, seriously, either shoot him in the fucking head, PH, not F, or give him a pill, put him down. Again, we like mercy, not for their sake, for my sake. Show them mercy and end their life. Give them a choice. Listen, you have a choice. You are not representing anything that is edifying to the environment, however you perceive the solar system to be. You are obligated to yourself to maintain yourself, and you are part of a species, a socially designed system that has meticulous placements and paths and performances and potentials. You don't think that you have a recompense, that you're not going to requite for the wrongdoings that you're doing to all of these people. In the interest of mercy, let us give you an example. I'm a chemist, and I'm making chemicals that are designed to poison people. This guy, that guy, and that lady over there have money, and they're going to help me pay for the chemicals and the processes and the distribution to poison thousands, if not millions of people. Those people that made the faulty chemical, and those that financed and supported and encouraged and profited from the pain and suffering of the people that have been poisoned are, in my opinion, ready, willing, and on their way to a position of existence that is designed specifically with everything that they have either taken from this system or poisoned this system with, waiting them to live adequately, to feel and experience each and every painful moment that the person poisoned has suffered, and the people surrounding the poisoned person has suffered. That is a long, long, long time to be alive, feeling inconvenience and pain and suffering. Because some of these people getting cancer and taking that chemo are suffering on levels. You bad people think that because the system ain't got you today. No. We call it the PLOL. Priceless law of liberty. Let man go ahead, buddy. Buddy can be a gal pal too. Betcha. Long-winded enough is enough, Joseph. Let's go. One more time. Because I want to help save the humans. Godspeed, indeed. Indeed decreed by an elected breed.